take a little step around him. Take a step around him now. When you finish, there you go. Step around him. Step around him.
Shakur Stevenson tonight. I mean, a performance that people have been asking for, but nobody was expecting. What's your reaction to how he performed tonight?
Marvelous. Only thing I didn't like, that he was standing on the ropes too long.
Now, when I saw him on the ropes, I thought he was downloading what Zepeda was doing. It seemed like he was slipping punches and not really taking shots. What did you think?
He was, but at the same time, he was getting hit with little shots that he shouldn't have been getting hit with. And it looked good to the judges, you know, especially keeping somebody on the ropes and, you know, hitting them with the little shots, pressuring them, you know, it just don't look good.
He said he was trying to prove a point tonight. I mean, which he did, but do you think that's a mistake? Should he continue to fight this way? It's more exciting, but he didn't have to take as much punishment, by his own words.
He didn't have to, but a lot of that, you got to give credit to Zepeda. He wasn't letting him do what he wanted in there. He wasn't letting him just box his way through the fight. So, you know what I mean? He had to stand there and fight him at times.
So the pound-for-pound king, Terence Crawford, who Shakur says is the GOAT, he gave his reaction to Shakur versus Zepeda, where he pointed out what Shakur was doing wrong, or at least what he didn't want Shakur to do, and that's stay on the ropes. Crawford said that before the fight, he told Shakur, along with Andre Ward, you need to stay off them ropes. However, Shakur didn't listen. In fact, Shakur responded to that after the fight by stating that he knows Crawford and Andre Ward told him that. However, he was comfortable on the ropes because he was countering William Zepeda off the ropes, doing the Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope, but with Floyd Mayweather sauce to it. Shakur showed that he's comfortable anywhere in the ring. Forget about all that Tom and Jerry talk. Shakur brought Spike out. He brought the dog out, shutting down all the critics. Now the narrative done changed. Then it be right back. You know you great. When the old shit don't work, excuse my French, they throw on some new shit to hate on you for. It ain't gonna stop there. You best believe that. They already making excuses. They went from saying Crawford don't deserve the Canelo fight to not saying that Crawford is too big for Canelo. Ain't that a son of a gun? As soon as the fight got announced, the narrative changed. Before the fight, even though Crawford is the undisputed pound-for-pound #1 king, a 4-division world champion, they said Crawford don't deserve the Canelo fight. He's too small. How he's gonna move up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo? He don't deserve a Canelo fight. He lost to Madrimov. It was an excuse after an excuse, talking about payday. He won payday. Crawford don't believe he's gonna move up to his 6th weight class to fight Canelo and beat him. He's just doing it for a payday. As soon as the fight got announced, the narrative changed. Now Canelo is old, even though they said Canelo was too young when he lost to Floyd, and Canelo is now still younger than Floyd when he fought Floyd back then. And guess what? Crawford is the one who is 4 years older than Canelo. Crawford is 38. Canelo is 35, 34. Hello, is anybody home? Your excuse doesn't make any logical sense. And now they saying Crawford is bigger than Canelo. I couldn't believe that one. Just because he the same height. We seen Mike Tyson next to Michael Spinks. Imagine back in the day, them stating that Michael Spinks is as big as Mike Tyson just because he's taller. It's weight classes, not high classes. That's why Mike Tyson was knocking out all them heavyweights who were bigger than him, because he was a heavyweight too. Just because you're short don't mean anything. Boxing is the sweet science where you turn your disadvantage into an advantage. They do that all the time to the fighters on the coincidental list. Either way, they're going to change up the narrative on Shakur Stevenson, and the old one is going to be right back, just like they said Crawford didn't beat nobody after he beat who they said were the ones, Sean Porter and Errol Spence. Like Crawford said, I guess Canelo's going to be a nobody once he beats him too. As far as Shakur Stevenson, he showed us how great he is. Whenever you can have a fighter like William Zepeda, they say he throw 1,000 punches around. Well, guess what? He didn't throw 1,000 punches against Shakur. He threw 500, half of what he usually throws. That's what I call the Floyd Mayweather effect. Remember Floyd, when he fought Manny Pacquiao, Pacquiao throws all these punches, and then when he fought Floyd, he barely threw punches? That's because every time he threw something, he got hit back. And he wasn't hitting when he was throwing. That's why. Hit and don't get hit, even in the inside. Shakur can do it all. That's that Spike shit, I'm telling you. I hope that's his name too, the dog from Tom and Jerry. But according to stats, William Zepeda landed 150 punches on Shakur, 30% of his offense. Shakur, on the other hand, he landed like 56%. I mean, whenever you reach that far, that's Floyd Mayweather's stats right there. You best believe that. Either way, William Zepeda still landed the most punches on Shakur Stevenson. He gave Shakur the toughest fight of his career. Interestingly enough, Floyd believed that the Drunk Master, a journeyman he fought before the Corrales fight, Floyd said that was the toughest fight of his career. And Shakur, leading up to this fight, he described this fight like the Drunk Master when he fought Floyd, which shows Shakur IQ level, because that's exactly how the fight turned out to be. Now, even though I felt Shakur could have had slowed down the pace of Zepeda, especially when he was coming in, by throwing his own jab, William Zepeda had his most success with the jab he was landing. So Shakur should have had definitely used his jab more. You jab with a jabber. And Shakur should have been the jabber, because Floyd, every time he fights orthodox fighters, especially aggressive ones, Floyd used his jab. A lot of people were questioning Shakur for not using his jab. You guys have to realize, Crawford even told Shakur that. In fact, there was an episode where Crawford was telling Shakur to use his jab, I guess to cut off the ring. But even when fighters come to you, that's even more effective, because when you jab, you're still in defensive position. You're still safe. You're ready to shoot. You're ready to counter. You're ready to do whatever. But I think Shakur is just too focused on other things, and he uses his lead hand to control the distance, defense, etc., etc. So since Shakur is doing so much, probably throwing jabs could offset certain things that he's watching out for. I mean, especially when you fighting a fighter that has the same stance as you, southpaw versus southpaw, orthodox versus orthodox, that's when the jab is hella effective to land, not just control. If Zepeda was lunging with jabs to land, and he actually landed a few times, then I know Shakur could have had walked Zepeda to jabs too. Zepeda's main success was from jabs and body shots, along with low blows. You can't forget about that. And I liked how Shakur didn't even react to that. He just fought it out. He dogged it out. That was a classic fight by Shakur, and let's see what he ends up doing next. Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Terence talking, I try not to talk back. I try to just listen and
Straight, boom, straight shot. Like right here, boom, there you go. But you gotta make sure you step. Bam. That's when I'm trying to run out. When I'm trying to run, there you go.
even if I don't feel the same way that he feeling at the moment, it don't matter. I still want to hear him out and try to understand what he's saying.
If you hear, what do you think he can throw in the hook? Because you out the way of the right hand.
He like a sponge. He soak up everything that he need to soak up, put it into his arsenal.